Have you ever felt that feeling? Like after lunch, your energy just vanishes, as if someone flipped an off switch right inside your brain. You know it has absolutely nothing to do with being lazy. It's all about an amazingly precise and powerful mechanism working in your body every single second. Its name is insulin. And let's get one thing straight. This isn't a boring biology lecture, and it's definitely not meant to scare you. This is a clear, simple user manual for your body. A guide to managing your own energy that will help you feel, well, just better every day. Imagine the energy from food. Glucose is fuel, and your cells are millions of tiny engines. Well, insulin is the ignition key. Without it, the fuel simply can't get into the engine. When you eat, your pancreas produces insulin. Like a good manager, it unlocks the cells and they get their portion of energy. It's simple, logical, and most importantly, vital. You have to understand, this process is completely normal. Insulin spikes after a meal aren't a problem. On the contrary, they're a sign of a healthy, functioning body. So, what's the catch? The catch isn't in the mechanism itself, but in what kind of fuel and how often we fill up our tank. If you're constantly refueling with jet fuel in the form of sugar and simple carbs, the system starts to, well, get worn out. It's like constantly flooring the gas pedal in a car. For a moment, you're flying, but then comes a sudden stop, a jolt, and rapid wear and tear. In the body, this feels like that classic sugar roller coaster. First, a huge burst of energy, but just an hour later, extreme fatigue, brain fog, and that unbearable craving for something sweet to get you going again. Sound familiar? Seriously, when this kind of racing becomes a lifestyle, your cells can simply get tired of the constant commands from insulin. They start to respond to it less effectively. Scientists call this state insulin resistance, and this is where the paradox begins. You eat, but you still have no energy, because your cells just aren't getting it. That's why it's so important to understand how this all works. Not to be afraid of food, no, but to choose the food that gives you stable, long-lasting energy, not a short, deceptive burst. And now, for a crucial scientific note, let's separate these concepts once and for all. The advice in this video is for a healthy person who wants to optimize their energy. This is not a medical treatment. With type 1 diabetes, the body produces no insulin at all. People have to inject it manually, doing the job the body can't do. That's a completely different story that requires constant medical supervision. With type 2 diabetes, the cells become very deaf to insulin. The body produces it, but it can't work properly. This is a medical condition that also requires a doctor's supervision. Our advice, however, is about prevention and fine-tuning. Think of it as maintenance for a good car to keep it fast and reliable for longer. So, how do we finally get off this sugar roller coaster? First, think about the speed of your carbs. You can even Google glycemic index. To put it simply, foods have a speed rating. An apple or buckwheat are slow. They're like a reliable bus, delivering energy steadily over a long time. But a candy bar or soda are fast, like a race car that crashes into a wall. They create that sharp spike. Try to choose the buses, not the race cars. Second, use the order rule. This is a scientifically proven trick. Eat your vegetables or salad before you start on the carbs, like pasta or potatoes or rice. The fiber from the vegetables creates a sort of net in your stomach that slows down the absorption of sugar. Simple, but brilliant. Third, make friends with proteins and fats. Add something with protein to every meal. Chicken, fish, eggs, cottage cheese, or something with healthy fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil. Like wise mentors, they slow down the carbs even more and give you that pleasant, long-lasting feeling of fullness. Fourth, move after you eat. No, you don't need to run a marathon. Just 10 to 15 minutes of walking after a meal helps your muscles pick up excess sugar from the blood. Think of it as a dessert for your metabolism. And fifth, don't be afraid of breaks. Constant snacking, even on healthy stuff, keeps your pancreas working non-stop. Sometimes it's very beneficial to give the system a rest, waiting 3 to 4 hours between meals. Summing up, look, insulin is not the enemy. It's your powerful ally in achieving any goal. Understanding how it works isn't a reason to worry, but a superpower that gives you control over your energy, mood, and productivity. You don't need a glucometer. You need knowledge and a little bit of mindfulness. Start with one simple tip from this list. Just observe how you feel. You'll be surprised at how much better you can feel.